All right, I hope we have everybody on here. If some of you guys are just now getting on, we might have a little bit of people coming. Let's see. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get started. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Kayla Sandlin. I am a Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. So if you guys are a guest with us tonight, our goal is to help you build belief in these life-changing products and our business opportunity. Tonight, we are going to jam-pack this next 30 minutes of information about our company, our products, some testimonials, so that whenever you guys walk away from your computer tonight, I hope that you will feel informed and ready to take your next step with Plexus. So before we begin, I want to go ahead and read our disclaimer to you. I am an independent ambassador with Plexus Worldwide, and so are these sweet ladies that you guys are going to be hearing from tonight. We want you to know that the results that you're about to hear, they can vary from person to person. So we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any kinds of diseases. I want to give you a little bit of a background of how Plexus started. Plexus actually started as a breast health company in the year 2005, and it was actually in 2009 that Plexus Slim was launched, what you guys probably know of as the pink drink. They actually saw such a great success rate with just the Slim that they added the Plexus Accelerator to increase that success rate, and it absolutely did. So in case you were wondering, the actual business side of Plexus Worldwide didn't start till 2009. So we are a ground floor company, and we are heading our way to the top. It's so exciting to be a part of Plexus. I want to give you a little quick story about myself, introduce you a little bit more to my story. I personally started with Plexus back in September of 2015, and at that time I was a brand new first-time mom. So all you moms out there can remember those very first days. You think that you know what it's going to be like, but you really have no idea. Now I'm so thankful I had such a good pregnancy, a healthy pregnancy. But after I had my son, I came across quite a bit of health complications myself. Some things that led to some emergency surgeries, a lot of pain, a lot of doctor's appointments. A lot of those appointments, people couldn't quite figure out what was going on. So a lot of things that I was not expecting. During my pregnancy, like I told you, I had a good pregnancy. I gained 70 pounds. So yeah, I had a nice full pregnancy. And but after that, I was, of course, dealing with that extra weight, and I was also dealing with severe postpartum depression. Now, also, I was wanting to be able to stay home with my little boy, and I know a lot of you moms out there, that might be your desire as well, and I had no idea how I was going to do it. No idea, but I knew that the Lord was calling me to stay home, and I knew that that was His will, and He would make a way. Little did I know that He would bring something called Plexus into my life. After the 7 months now of being on Plexus, you guys, I am back to being myself. I'm myself again. I can love on my little boy. I can enjoy those times with him. I'm not on any more medications that I was on. I'm back to my pre-pregnancy weight, which is great. And after 7 months, like I said, the Lord knew what He was doing, and I'm now replacing a full-time income while being able to be a stay-at-home mom with my little boy. So throughout my story, using these products, my health was able to be restored. My family was able to be restored, and I was able to be restored. I know one of the products that I want to share with you guys tonight, we're going to talk about quite a few products. We have so many that I love, but we're going to just kind of talk about a few tonight just to kind of narrow it down for the time frame. And one of those that I absolutely love is the Plexus Slim. So you guys heard me talk about this one at the beginning, and the Plexus Slim actually just comes in a small little packet right here. Just a small packet, and it's so easy. You just pour it into a bottle of water, you shake it up, and you drink it. Now, how easy is that, and how good it tastes? A lot of people say it tastes kind of like a yummy berry flavored, which, if you're like me, sounds delicious. But what I loved about it is it wasn't a meal replacement. I love food, you guys. I love food. People who know me know I get excited to know, okay, what's for lunch? What's for dinner? I plan my day around food. So to tell me I have to take something, but then I can't eat food, that's just not real life, you guys. So I love that fact. This is something that I actually could take about 30 minutes before my meal and then get to eat food. But what I loved about this is it helped balance my blood sugar levels, lipid panels. It helps with cholesterol. It also helps with binge eating. People tend to have lots of cravings, and we don't always realize that those cravings are because of unhealthy blood sugar levels. It's gluten-free. It's natural ingredients. It's actually plant-based. It actually gets its pink color, interesting enough, from beetroots. I don't know about you. I never was a big fan of eating beets, so now I can get that in the day. But I love that we offer something that tastes good and it is good for you. So many people will try so many different things and they're gagging or they don't know how they're going to be able to take this or take that. But we have a product that is helping people and it's helping them change their lives. So I cannot brag enough about what the Slim did for me. I think with having healthy blood sugar levels, it can literally change your life in so many different ways. People don't realize the negative causes that we have when we are what some people say hangry, because we're getting angry because we're so hungry. Our blood sugar levels are off. And so it's so good to be able to have something that can naturally level that out instead of having to put more and more things in our body that are not good for us. So I'm so thankful that Plexus provides nutrition that our bodies need, and we're getting the ingredients and the supplements of the things that our bodies lack. So therefore, when those things are fulfilled, we're not needing those extra things we used to crave. We're not needing the extra medications we might have had to been on because our body is now more balanced. I love my pink drink, you guys. I never could go a day without it. And I could rave on and on about it, and I'm sure you've heard plenty of times, but if you haven't tried it, oh my goodness, you've got to get with somebody to just at least try it. Try a sample of it. Try a taste of it. It is absolutely delicious, and like I said, for something to be so good, taste so good, and be so good for you is unreal. But we have so many other products. I could go on about this forever, but we have so many other things that I want to share with you guys. Actually, I have a good friend, Leah Nicholson, who is going to share her health testimony with you guys. And I can't tell you guys enough what it means in Plexus to have the relationships and the friends that we do through this business. Leah has been a good friend of mine for years, but we've grown even closer with Plexus, and I've loved to watch her grow and get to be a part of her story as well. She is a gold ambassador, working her way to senior gold, so I'm so excited to have her on our call tonight. So she's going to tell you a little bit more about her health testimony.
Hi, good evening. I'm so excited to be on this call and to get to share my health testimony with everyone tonight. My story starts back in November of last year. I had just had my daughter at the end of September, and so I was also a new mom. And Kayla and I, like she said, we go way back. So she had started her journey with Plexus and was sharing it with everyone because it's life-changing, and so she shared it with me. And her story of postpartum really impacted me because I was in a rather dark place as a new mom, and I was also struggling with postpartum. I had heard about the baby blues, and then when everyone said that that would last for a couple weeks, and when that couple weeks came and went, and then the baby blues didn't leave, I thought, okay, I think this is something more. And so I definitely felt like, looking back, it was some pretty deep depression. I would look in the mirror, and I didn't see the mom that I wanted to be. I had always dreamed of being a mom, and so finally that I had a daughter, I was like, oh, this is awesome. But I just didn't see the mom I wanted to be. So when Kayla shared with me about how Plexus had helped her, I thought maybe it can help me too. And so I prayed about it, and the Lord told me to go for it, and so I did. And so it's truly something that He's used to help me be a good mom. And I also think that it's amazing how it's helped me because I feel like I'm a good mom now. I'm able to pour into my daughter more. I'm able to love myself more, and I'm able to love my husband more. And so I feel like it's holistic. It's it impacts so many different pieces, and I'm just so thankful for it and what it's done in my life. I also gained 50 pounds in my pregnancy. So like Kayla, I also really enjoyed mine. I really enjoyed carbs, I guess, during my pregnancy. So when I was pregnant, I was a little worried that that wasn't going to leave. So that's another reason that I thought I'm going to give Plexus a try here and see if I can get some of that weight off. And also to be able to stay at home with my daughter. That's a really big priority to me, to be the one to get to raise her and be in her life every single day. In addition to Plexus Slim, like Kayla talked about, I'm going to tell you a little bit about another product that I actually really love, and it's helped me a lot in a lot of different ways, and it is Plexus ProBio 5. This product is awesome, and top of the line, it's the best probiotic out there. What I love about ProBio 5 is the 5, and the 5 stands for the 5 key enzymes that are in the ProBio 5 that help yeast overgrowth and fungus that we have in our gut. And it's crazy how poor eating habits and different foods and drinks that we consume, antibiotics, and stress in our lives all add up to wreak havoc on our gut. And in the process of that, they allow the good bacteria to be destroyed and allow the bad bacteria and the undesirable bacteria to multiply, which causes a lot of different problems. Not a lot of people know it, but your immune system, 70 to 80% is actually housed in your gut. And so that's a large amount of your immune system that's being impacted if your gut is not in good shape. And so that can cause a lot of different problems. And so it's so important to be on a good probiotic, and this is one of the best. It's helped me in so many different ways, and a couple of those ways is help me with my anxiety. I used to struggle with some serious anxiety before Plexus, and as a new mom that got even higher. And then sleeping at night. Also with a newborn, your sleep is all over the place, but every time I do sleep for the 4 hours or 5 hours I get, I sleep really well. And so this product is just awesome, and it's really helped my gut. I had health problems for a long time, and so I think it's just really helped my gut pour the good bacteria in my gut and get rid of the bad bacteria and just make me feel awesome. Thanks, Kayla.
That's awesome, Leah. Thank you so much for just sharing your story, sharing your heart. It's just so crazy how you never know. With Plexus, all you have to do is just share. Little did I know that you might have been going through some of the same things that I had gone through, and how God can use things in life to just open the eyes and help someone else. That's what I love, is that we can just share our story. Now, there is one other ambassador on tonight, not only sweet friend of mine, but my sister-in-law, Jessica. She actually was one of my first ambassadors, decided to jump in and just try these products because she thought, what do I have to lose? I mean, what if I could feel better because of these things? And so she is a great health story to kind of share with you guys. She is also a gold ambassador, working her way to senior gold, and I'm so excited for her journey as well. So Jessica, I'll go ahead and let you share with us as well.
Thanks, Kayla. I'm super excited to be able to share tonight. I'm nervous because this is a first for me, but I'm excited to share my story. I was approached with Plexus actually about 4 years ago initially. A friend of mine told me about it. I was looking to lose weight very quickly. She's like, well, try Plexus. In her defense, she was not educated about Plexus, and so therefore I was not. And it was not a quick fix, so I quit because I was like, well, this isn't working for me. So when Kayla and my other sister-in-law Julie started talking about Plexus again last September 2015, I was like, oh, guys, I've done that. I've been there. You know, y'all go for it. Happy for you. I hope it works for you guys, but it didn't work for me. And so I didn't jump on it with them. But after about a month or two of listening to them talk about the health benefits that they were getting, it wasn't just about weight. Yes, they were losing weight, but it was so much more than that. And then also talking about the business side of it, I was like, gosh, this is not what I remember. This didn't happen to me. So I decided to give it another go, and that was in 2015. I had my last daughter, my third child, in 2011. And since she was born, I had struggled with a lot of different issues. I wasn't sleeping well. In fact, it was rare that I would sleep through the night. I had very low energy, probably because I wasn't sleeping well. I wasn't eating properly. I love sugar. I ate sugar more than I should have. I ate it all day long. I loved diet soda, thinking that I was being healthy by drinking diet soda. I also struggled with postpartum, which is kind of interesting listening to both Leah, and I knew Kayla's story, but I didn't know Leah's story. So it's just kind of interesting that we all have that in common. And I think a lot of people struggle with that, and it's maybe not talked about too much. But I didn't have that experience with my first two kids. Eden was my third, and it just really threw me for a loop. So I was put on antidepressants. I was not happy about that, but I knew that I needed them. So I was put on antidepressants. Some other issues that I was having, I had restless leg syndrome, which I don't know if anybody out there has that or knows what that is, but it's just this really intense ache in your legs. It usually happens at nighttime, and you just cannot stretch it out. You try and try and try, and nothing happens. And I struggled with that since having Eden. I'm telling you, Eden just threw my body out of whack. Of course, she's adorable, so I love her. But anyway, so I had those issues. I also, of course, was struggling with some weight. Was probably the heaviest I had been in a long time, you know, regardless of being pregnant. It was the heaviest I had been. And so I just had a lot of things going on. And listening to Kayla and Julie talk about it, I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it another try, because it was so much more than just weight. So I gave it a go. I started in November of 2015, and within about 5 weeks, it took me a good 5 weeks to start feeling and seeing differences. Some people, it happens, gosh, in the first week or so. For me, it didn't, but I stuck with it because I knew it was helping them. So I was like, well, it's got to help me too. So about 5 weeks in, I started noticing that I was sleeping through the night. I no longer was craving that nap at 2 o'clock. I was no longer drinking soda. Like, I didn't even think about soda, which was huge. I still was enjoying sugar. I'm not going to lie. I still enjoy sugar. But I don't crave it, and I don't really think about it. When I was, it was a constant thing on my mind. My restless leg syndrome is completely gone. And that started about 5 weeks in. I started having that disappear pretty quickly. The antidepressants, I was able to get off of those by being on the products for 3 months. I had been on those for 5 years, and I had tried multiple times to get off of them, and I just couldn't. My body was not balanced enough to allow me to do that. And so 3 months in of doing these products, and I was able to get off them. That was the biggest victory for me. I also struggled with very intense and very painful menstrual cycles. Since having Eden, I had a tubal ligation, so you know, I was no longer on birth control. I had been on birth control for a very long time because I had horrible menstrual cycles as a young teenager. And so my body was completely out of whack. And since being on, I started off with the Triplex, which is the Slim, the BioCleanse, and the ProBio 5, and the X Factor. I also was taking the X Factor. And within 5, 6 weeks, I was noticing a difference with my menstrual cycles. They're now completely normal. One of the major things that my husband noticed right away was my mood, and that may be funny, but it really wasn't funny in my household. I was I felt very isolated. I felt like I needed a lot of space, and that was noticeable to him right away, that I wasn't needing space. I was happy. I was myself. So I've found huge victories in my health, and it's funny, I wear a t-shirt sometimes that says, "Y'all need Plexus." And I wear it because I needed Plexus. I didn't know it, but I did. These products, I love them so much because they really get to the root of the issues that most people have, the blood sugar issues, the gut health, the inflammation. And that's what I needed, and it really made my health turn around completely, and I'm so grateful. I would love to share, too, that really briefly, my husband started taking the products, I believe, in January. He started slow with the X Factor and added the Triplex. And last May, he had a major anxiety attack. And those of you that know me and know him, you know the story. It was very rough. And so he was on other medications because of that. He wasn't sleeping, so he was on a sleeping medication. And he had stomach issues because of his anxiety, so he was on an antacid. And within a couple months of being on these products, he's now off of the antacid and off of the sleeping pill. He has an appointment with his doctor next month, and he's going to start weaning himself off of the anxiety medication, which is super awesome. So that's a really big victory for us. Also, my children, my 3 kids, I have them on the ProBio 5. I've had them on that for quite a while and have really seen a good difference with that. And recently have added the BioCleanse to their regimen as well. And the reason I did is my daughter, Eden, she has struggled with UTIs, and she had kidney reflux. And so she had a major test done, and so she just has UTIs. So about 2 weeks ago, she was having symptoms of another UTI. I'm like, oh, great, we've got to take her in. So we did. And it wasn't a UTI, it was constipation. And I had no idea. I had no idea she was constipated. I never would have guessed it. So, of course, the doctor prescribed, over-the-counter medications that you can take to relieve constipation. And Neil told me that. And I'm like, no. We need to get on BioCleanse. That's what we need to do. And so we did. And seriously, within 2 days, she became regular again. She was no longer in pain when she was going to the restroom. So all her symptoms subsided. So because of that, I'm like, okay, we've got to get our other 2 on this too. And so we did. And my son came to me. He's like, Mom, I had no idea that I was having such a hard time being regular. Of course, he used different words. I'm not going to say that. It's not a very pretty topic, but it's just real life, guys. We all do it. So he found major relief with this too. And so I just wanted to show you guys another great product that is one of my favorites, which is the BioCleanse. Can you see it? Okay, there we go. This is an amazing product because it really is a great combination with the ProBio 5. The ProBio 5, love it. It breaks down that yeast in your gut. It does what it needs to do with the yeast, but then that yeast will just sit there. And so what the BioCleanse does is it removes those toxins from your body. To be healthy, you have to eliminate regularly. You have to. I know a lot of people struggle with that. I never really did, but now being on the BioCleanse, now I really know what it means to be regular. It's a very gentle cleanse. It's not aggressive. I mean, my 3 kids take it. Okay, so it's very easy on your system. It's something that you can take every single day for the rest of your life. Okay, it's not like a cleanse that you do every quarter of the year. What it has in it is magnesium, and that magnesium is what is the main ingredient that oxygenates your body. And an oxygenated body is a healthy body. Disease can't grow in an oxygenated body. And it also allows your body to burn fat, which I believe is called oxidizing, I believe. I'm not a health professional, guys, but I think that's what it's called. So anyway, I love the BioCleanse because it allows your body to detoxify, and it also oxygenates your body so that you can have healthy cells and that disease is limited to grow. So thank you so much, Kayla, for letting me have this opportunity to share my story. I hope that was good.
Yes, Jess, thank you so much, again, for just, sharing your heart. And what's awesome, you guys, for those of you who might even know some of the people on this call, is this is a huge step for sometimes people. And that's another thing that Plexus is doing for people. It's helping them get out of their comfort zones and doing things that you might not have ever dreamed, but then be able to reap these benefits. So you can see that they're so passionate about these products. And the 3 products that you guys heard about was the Slim, the pink drink, the ProBio 5, and the BioCleanse. We do have additional products tons of really great products, multivitamins, great ease capsules, so many different things, but for time's sake, we just wanted to share just a handful of our favorite, and those 3 products are known as the triplex that you have probably seen lots of people share about. But what I do want to share with you guys a little bit is, in addition to our great products, we also have an incredible business opportunity with Plexus. One of the things I love about Plexus is they didn't go and find a compensation plan that was just going to make them a lot of money and then try to find some type of product to sell. In fact, they did the opposite. They found some amazing products first that were changing people's lives, and then they worried about a compensation plan, which just so, in my opinion, happens to be unbeatable and second to none. So I do want to share a little bit about the business opportunity with you. So I'm gonna share my screen with you guys so that y'all can hopefully see a little bit of this as well, so that you can kind of understand as I talk about a few things what we're going to be kind of seeing here. All right, so I want to share a little bit more about this because I know that, you know, we live in a sick and an unhealthy culture. I mean, we just do. I know that there are just as many people out there who are, you know, laying their head down at night thinking, you know, where is this money going to come from? How are we going to pay the next bill? What about groceries? What about our retirement? What about college funds? What could an extra, you know, $200 or $500 do for you? So I'm sharing this stair-step graphic with you for you to kind of get an idea of how our compensation plan works. It's extremely generous, you guys. We actually get paid 11 different ways. Yes, I said 11. And all of those are in addition to, not instead of. But just again, for time's sake, I'm going to share about 3 or 4 of those with you guys tonight. So if you do want more details about the compensation plan, you can definitely get back with the person who invited you on the call, and I'm sure that they would love to share more with you. So to give you an idea, to sign up as an ambassador and invest in yourself for your own company, it's $34.95. That is it, $34.95. We spend that on a pair of shoes. So that's easy, and an easy, cheap cost for us. But what that $34.95 will give you is it actually gives you a team of scientists, product developers that are going to work on your behalf, a customer service team, and a shipping department. But most importantly, what I love is you also get your very own replicated Plexus website so that you can purchase your own products at the very lowest possible price, and then customers are able to purchase online through your website as well. So the first way that you guys get paid with Plexus, all purchases are going to be made through that website that you're going to create, and we kind of call that personal volume. So as your monthly personal volume builds, so do your percentages of your sales commissions. So for example, let's say you have $100 to $499. Well, you're going to get 15% of that in commission. But if you have 500 or more in volume, you're going to get 25% commission. Now that's a great percentage rate for commissions, and again, that's only one way that you get paid. There are 10 more. But let's go over another one. A second way that you can get paid with Plexus is if you personally sponsor an ambassador. So this can be someone who's wanting to work the business alongside you, or it could simply be someone who's wanting to take advantage of that wholesale discount. So as they earn commission, you also are going to earn 5% of their personal volume. A third way that you can earn even with Plexus, take a look at this staircase graphic that I put on for you. You're going to actually see different ranks as you go up the staircase. So when you achieve a rank with Plexus, they actually pay you a one-time bonus. So for example, look at the very first rank, silver. A silver ambassador, y'all, it only takes 3 people to personally sponsor directly underneath you. 3 people. We all know 3 people. Whenever you achieve this rank, you receive a $100 bonus. Wouldn't that be great to share great life-changing products with someone, 3 people that we might know, and then get paid $100 for it? Pretty good deal if you ask me. But then if you see when you increase in rank, then your pay also will as well. So check out, for example, Senior Ruby. Your achievement bonus would be $750. Now, when you achieve the rank of Emerald that you can see there, you're actually considered a jewel with the company, and you no longer receive that one-time bonus. But what I like, instead, you get to partake in a monthly, yes, I said monthly, profit-sharing bonus. So the Emerald bonus pool is actually funded by 3% of the company's gross product. So divide that equally, and therefore there's your pay. Now, another example. If you become a Sapphire, you get to not only partake in the Emerald, but you get Emerald and Sapphire bonus pools. And then when you're Diamond, you get to take part in all 3 of them. Now, fortunately, since we are on our way to becoming a billion-dollar company, these bonus pools are very, very generous. Now, the 4th way that we're going to talk about, and the last way for tonight, that you can earn with Plexus is through pay points. Each month, Plexus gives you points for each qualified ambassador that's within your specific pay level for your organization. So your goal is to go out and share Plexus with as many people as you can, and then if they join your team as an ambassador, your team will grow and will increase the number of Plexus pay points that you are qualified to earn. So for example, if you look at this graphic, you're going to see that to be gold, you have to have 100 points. Every month, our pay point is assigned a certain value amount based on the company's profit. So for example, if our pay points average around $3, then as a gold ambassador, you're going to be earning at least $300 on your paycheck. And that is on top of your commission and several other ways that you're going to get paid as a Plexus ambassador. Now, let's kind of jump up to Ruby. If you find Ruby, you're going to see that you need 500 points in your organization. Again, if your pay points value around $3 each, on average, that's about $1,500 on your paycheck just for being a Ruby ambassador. Jump up to Emerald, you see 1,500 points. That's around $4,500, you guys. At Sapphire, that would be $9,000 a month. And at Diamond, it would be about $13,500 a month. And that's one way that Plexus pays us. So now you can see why I say that this compensation plan is second to none. Now, one other thing I want you guys to be able to see, if we kind of continue on a little bit, is one way that our ambassador income, our annual ambassador income, our compensation plan is very generous, like I said. And again, that's only 4 out of the 11 ways that you guys can earn with Plexus. So to get another idea, here's a visual of what ambassadors are making annually. Now, I know on this call in particular, we have 2 gold ambassadors working their way to senior gold. I've told you guys I'm a Ruby ambassador, working my way to a senior Ruby ambassador. And then someone we're going to hear from real shortly, Jana Hooten, is a diamond ambassador with this company. And so you can see this is what our company is doing for us. So I know I can tell you guys honestly that it has been a huge blessing to me and to my family, that what Plexus has done in our health and what it's done in our finances. But you know, don't take my word for it. I'll actually let you guys hear from a diamond ambassador, Jana Hooten, and she's going to tell you a little bit more about her story and how she started with Plexus.
Thank you, Kayla. Thank you so much for asking me just to be on this call. It's fun doing it. Doing this business, like Kayla said, with people that you've known for a long time. And so I've known all of these ladies for a long time, but it's nice now to be building these relationships and these friendships. Definitely one of my favorite parts of this whole business. So my journey with Plexus started in the spring of 2013. I had heard about the products, and my sister and I decided to give them a try. We got started just as customers, and I had success right from the get-go with Plexus. I felt better. It was helping me on my weight loss journey. I was using it as a tool, and it was really helping me. And I fell in love with the products right away. My sister, just like Jessica mentioned, it took her several weeks into taking the products, and then it was like it clicked with her body, and she started having great results with the products as well. So we were customers for a long time, and I had no intentions of doing this business, none. Tried a few other network marketing companies before. I had just decided it was not up my alley. I had actually even told my husband one time, if I ever come home and tell you I'm going to sign up to do a business, you tell me no. And I want you to tell me no, and I'll actually obey you that time. And so he likes to remind me of that, and I'm really, really glad he didn't tell me no this time. So I called my friend Cindy one day after, like I mentioned, already fell in love with the products. I'm not going to tell you my whole health story because you guys have heard some amazing ones tonight, but Plexus has helped me in so many ways, helped me reach my weight loss goals. I sleep so much better, helped me with just a lot of things. But I called Cindy one day, and I was talking with her about Plexus, and she said, you ought to just think about becoming an ambassador. And I said, whoa, 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 whoa. I do not want to sell anything. She goes, no, no, no. You can sign up. You already know you love the products. Go ahead and sign up and get, your family is wanting to buy it. Your sister's already buying it, and your mom wants to try it, and your brother wants to try it. Get them to sign up with you, and you can start making a little bit of money to cover your products that you already love. I was like, okay, is there a catch to it somewhere? Because there's always a catch. She's like, no, there's no catch. $34.95, and I want to make sure you guys realize $34.95. That's all. So I said, okay, well, I guess I can do that as long as you promise me I'm not getting suckered into anything. She said, I promise. So I said, I don't know what to do. She said, I'll send you directions. So I went, got to the computer, signed up, and didn't read anything that was sent to me. She sent me emails. I didn't read any of it because, remember, I was not going to do this business. And so I did figure out how to get a few customers, how to get them to go to my website and order. That was about all I did. I knew enough to tell them to go to my website and click on Shop Plexus and order their products. On my second month of doing that, not selling Plexus, I got a check. And I called Sunday and I said, why did I get a check from Plexus? I said, I don't know why I just got a check. She goes, Jana, you have some customers. I was like, oh, so you mean Plexus actually pays us? Because the other companies I've been with, I never got anything. She goes, no, they actually pay you. So the light bulb went off for me, and I said, I need you to sit down with me and tell me a little bit more. So she did sit down with me and my sister, and I determined right then and there that I was just going to see what I could do with this business. I came home, told my husband, and I said, listen, I can start this business tonight. I don't have to pay anything else. I'm already an ambassador. So we talked about it. He was happy with that part of it, that there was nothing else that I needed to no more money I needed to shell out. And we decided that my first goal was going to be to make our car payment. I had just had to buy a new car. I had not had a car payment before on my older minivan that I had. And so he said, if you could make enough to cover our car payment, that would help us greatly. I said, all right, that'll be my goal. My first full month with Plexus, I could have made 2.5 car payments. So you can imagine my excitement. I was pretty excited. My sister jumped on board with me. She was excited to get going, and I knew that there was something different about this company. There was just something different than any other company I'd ever seen. And so I decided to run with it and just see what could happen with this business. So I did. I just started sharing what Plexus had done for me. I started sharing it with friends and family. A lot of people already knew I had lost quite a bit of weight with using Plexus as a tool. And so people had already seen the changes in me outwardly, but a lot of people had noticed the inward changes. They had noticed how I was feeling and how I was different. So make a little bit of a long story short, I actually started working my business November of 2013. In February of 2015, I became what Kayla told you was an Emerald Ambassador. As an Emerald Ambassador, you are a Jewel Ambassador with Plexus. and you get your Lexus. I got my Lexus in the garage. I always tell people I've never really been a car person. Like, it's never been my thing. You know, they're really just something to get you from one place to the next, right? That's always been kind of my viewpoint on them. Well, let me tell you, when you get a Lexus, I'm kind of like a car person now. I'm like, I like my car. My girls are like, be careful with mom's car. I love my car. It is the nicest car I've ever had. So I do love it. You get to go on that annual trip to Hawaii. My husband and I got to go on that this past September. Trip of a lifetime that Plexus sends you on their dime. I mean, first class, amazing trip, and we get to do it again this year. Like, I'm pretty pumped about that. So in September of 2014, no, I'm sorry, in July of 2014, I became a Sapphire, and then just this past January, I went Diamond with Plexus. So it has been, hands down, I can't even express in words the blessing that it has been to our family. We have always been one of those families that have been, you know, the paycheck to paycheck family. My husband is in law enforcement. While his job is highly respected, and he is amazing at what he does. It is not a super high-paying job, and so we've just been always been one of those families, just like a lot of people. And so this has been the biggest blessing for us. The one thing I want to share is the biggest blessing probably it's been for our family is that I mentioned my husband's in law enforcement. Ever since I can remember, he has always worked around 25 extra hours every single week on top of his 40-hour shift. So he would pick up those police part-time jobs every single week. And it was just our normal. It was our routine. Dad was always gone. You know, the girls, he did his best to be at everything he could be at, but he was always, obviously working odd hours, being in law enforcement, and then on top of that, you're throwing in basically an extra job, working another 25 hours a week, and then he was tired, so he would do his best to be there for us. He hated it. We hated it. It was hard on him to have to tell his girls that, I'm not going to be there at your game today, even though he tried to make all the ones he could, and I'd be sitting at a game, texting him the score and how his girls were doing, and it ripped our hearts out. It was not what we wanted for our family. So over time, that became my goal with Plexus, was Operation Bring Daddy Home, So that became our goal, and last fall he quit his last part-time, and he still works his regular shift. He loves what he does. I would be lying if I said that we haven't actually discussed retirement, but we're still fairly young, and he likes what he does, so we'll see how that plays out. But having him home so much is changed our world. When it first happened, my girls would be like, Dad's here. Oh, you mean Dad's going with us to the family dinner, and Dad's going with us? And I mean, the excitement in their eyes, like, you can't, there's just not words to describe that. And so it's changed our family. It's changed him. It's changed who he is. It's changed our girls' lives. And so I would do all of this over again in a heartbeat just to have him home with us. So that's just been a little bit of our story. This company, I was telling somebody tonight that this company operates with such integrity and high standards. I can't imagine being a part of another company. I love this company. I love that they bring us the best products, hands down, the best products that are changing people's lives. But then I love that I can offer people a way to financial freedom, because sometimes the financial pain, the pain from struggling financially, can be just as great as a physical pain that someone's going through. So I have something I can offer them. I have a way that I can give them something to show them a way out of that. And that right there is a life-changing job. So anyway, thank you, Kayla, for having me on. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Jana. Thank you so much. It's just so great to hear so many different stories of how truly these products in this company are changing people's lives. So, you know, in my opinion, you guys, honestly, each and every one of us, we need Plexus. We need our health. Not only do we need Plexus for our overall health and our well-being, but you guys also, we know so many other people that can be helped through these health benefits that Plexus offers. I mean, think about it. How many of you guys have had someone's face or name pop into your head as you listen to some of these stories? How many of you guys know about people with soda addiction, diabetes, depression, weight problems, skin disorder, migraines, IBS? I mean, the list could go on and on. You guys, these products are changing people's lives. And because of that, you know, our company, it's in full momentum right now. So think to yourself, what if? What if? Where would you be in 5 more years if you guys continue to do what you're doing now? Where would your health be? Where would your financial situation be? Maybe you just need, you know, a couple extra $100 a month. Maybe you even want to create a 6-figure income. It's possible. This opportunity could be like that vehicle that just takes you from one place to where you are to where you want to be. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. And if you walk away from this opportunity, I want you to think about it. You're walking away from the chance that you guys could change your finances. The opportunity to be a part of an amazing team of men and women. The opportunity to go on amazing vacations like Jana mentioned and drive luxury vehicles. The chance to get out of those 40-hour-a-week job working for someone else's dream, not even your own. But most importantly, you're walking away from the opportunity to help change and bless the lives of other people. So I'm so thankful that each and every one of you guys took the time out of your busy schedule to join us. And if you have any other questions at all, please feel free to get with the ambassador or the friend who loved you enough to invite you tonight so that you too can make a change in your life and take that step with Plexus today. So I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for listening in. See ya.